Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. Today we have for you a 1984 Datsun Nissan. I say Datsun Nissan, it's interesting because 84, they shared badging. They were, transforming from the Datsun brand into the Nissan brand. And so what we have for you today is a pickup. This started off as a extended cab, long bed, four-wheel drive deluxe pickup, but as you can see, it is well beyond the pickup. So what's really fascinating is these were sold, built in California by a company called Matrix. So you went to the Datsun dealer and you ordered your new Nissan Deluxe pickup, and then you actually paid the dealer for this Bushmaster conversion. And they sent it over to Matrix, and they did an extensive build conversion to basically turn it into what it really evolves into the first Nissan SUV, because this is a 5-seater SUV. And it's an amazing, but built off the pickup like this. So like the Pathfinder followed, but the Pathfinder was a lot shorter. And so this is really a really unique and rare vehicle. So what I've come to understand is they only made about 50 of these. And how many are surviving today, who knows? I mean, this did come from California. And the fact that they were built in California, is a good sign. There might be a few more out there. But some of them may have found their way out of California. If this happened up in the Northeast, there would be none of these left. This would be the sole survivor. But that's why this thing, it's an original patina truck, and we'll get into more of what is about the truck. So it's really, really cool because original patina, but the mechanics of this truck, they're basically completely restored and rebuilt. So it's really an amazing vehicle. I actually drove this thing 1,000 miles back from buying the truck. So, and then I've driven this a bunch since then. It has been an absolute blast. So we'll go ahead and kind of zoom in here and show you the truck. Like I said, it's definitely got patina on it. Got a little crack on the park light right there. The hood, somebody did a little touch up on the hood with some sort of POR 15 or something, I don't know. There's paint chips, something has spilt on this hood at some point in time. And so, I'm not gonna get super detailed, because it's just, there's patina all over the truck, but it looks fantastic. Let's kind of go ahead and look here. Lens got a little crack in it, but everything is serviceable. There's the headlights. This push bar looks really, really cool. And then check out these original, these are the real deal, metal, high wattage KC lights. It had some modern yellow LED fog lights on it, small. I hated those, and so I actually went on eBay. I spent a lot of money for these lights, but I don't have them hooked up yet. I just got the wire running through the grill. I haven't hooked up any switches or any wires and everything, but I just kind of wanted to get them on the truck. And, because I love that look. And it's cool because all I love about it is when you put the covers on sometimes, you don't have your lights, and then all you see is the cover. But this is kind of cool because you have a cover, but the light actually shows through it, so you really get to see everything, and these covers come off. So super, they cost me a fortune, a couple $100, but this truck is just, I've kind of had some fun doing little things that I want to make the truck, just more to my liking. Just, even though I'm selling it, I just have fun with this. So there's that. The grill looks to be in pretty good shape behind there. Some kind of cool little badge on it there. And then here is the push bar. Looks like this side might be back a little bit, but it looks about right. There is the lens there, the other lens, and we'll keep going along here, kind of showing you the hood. And like I said, somebody could go ahead and restore the body and paint it, which would look kind of cool, but I kind of dig the patina look on this truck. Windshield's probably original. Got a little BB right there and lots of pitting on the windshield. But it's serviceable. You can see out of it no problem. I've driven this thing day and night. And we've got basically brand new BF Goodrich all-terrain radials. You can see it's still got the nubs on them, and looks like the pretty much put brand new wheels in it. We'll get this up on the lift, and I'll kind of show you what has been done underneath. The amount of restoration is incredible. Check out the little flares. Those are factory, very cool. And it's funny, the other thing is when I got this truck, the white letters were in. I literally spent money to have the tires flipped out, you know, because that's the way it would have been from the factory. It had white letters out. I've kind of had fun going on YouTube and pulling up old YouTube videos on Nissan pickup, you know, like I love like Motor Trend TV and stuff like that, or Motor Week, I'm sorry. And they did a little segment on an 84 Nissan, so I kind of got some clues and cues off of that. Not sure what that is all about, but it's kind of cool. I don't think it's old. I think it's made to look old, but I'm sure it would come off if you didn't like it, but it's kind of unique looking. It gives it a Outback look. Looking along the doors here, a few little dings in the metal there. But I mean, the body of this truck is really good. And I'll show you underneath of it when we get it on the lift, so I won't take the time there. We've got the bolt-on mirrors here, a little bit of paint missing there. Now this is a hard top. I mean, they literally cut the roof off of this, and this is fixed. You know, this top does not come off, and there's actually an integral cage underneath of this top. It's pretty crazy. But what's cool is it's actually a high top. I mean, this roof is taller than the original roof, which makes it pretty cool. King Cab, pop out quarter windows. Now here's where it gets really interesting. You know, this is a long truck and a long frame, and they basically, you know, welded this together. You know, you really can't see, and maybe we'll see more underneath, but they made this bed and cab one piece, and there's a little cover panel right there. So pretty cool. Bushmaster 4x4, love those graphics, so 80s, so cool. Got a window in here, looks like probably new glass maybe. I don't know, the seal is, a little chunk of the seal is missing right there. And you can see some of the fading, some of the patina on the top, but it's in really good condition. Look at it, got the little load bars, roof rack. Probably wouldn't want to load too much weight on there, but you know, they're on there. They're not super solid. It's probably more for looks. I don't think I would put too much on there. And then you can kind of see the you know, the paint is kind of got some patchiness to it. Again, just a really cool patina. Quarter panels, but there's no rust. I mean, look at this. No rust. Unbelievable. And like I said, tires are basically brand new in the wheels. Keep coming around. There's the taillights. They'd probably polish up a little bit. Just need a little bit of plastic polish, and I'm sure they would shine up good on the taillights. They're actually in really good condition. Looking across the back here, see here's your Nissan, and then still transitioning from Datsun to Nissan. Now, if anybody knows where I can find, it's cool, the original rolled steel bumper. It's like a tubular steel rolled bumper. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm really missing on this truck that kind of I wish I had. But anyway, it is what it is. Maybe somebody knows where I can find one. That would be awesome. The right tail light looks like the seals popped out a little bit, but I'd probably have to pull the tail light out and kind of get that back in there. But tailgate is in really pretty good shape, actually. I mean, considering this is a truck. And then this here, so it looks like somebody remade this back window. It's Lexan. So, I mean, this kind of looks like somebody made, they took the original, this is the original back finish piece, but looks like they made their own back window. Probably got broken at some time, and you know, no such thing as a, you could make this out of glass, but honestly, why make it out of glass? You know, Lexan's probably a lot smarter choice. That's my guess. I'm speculating here. Maybe it was Lexan originally, but I doubt it. And I'll show you inside. We'll pop that open when we go do the interior. Again, quarter panels, no rust. What's nice about original paint is, you know, there's nothing hiding. Mud flaps are cool. There we go. Bushmaster 4x4. Here's the window on this side here. You see that seat in there, pretty cool. So you wouldn't want to get through automatic car wash or anything with this, because I mean, it's, you know, doesn't seal up tight. I'm sure it probably didn't from the factory or the conversion kit. Got our little Datsun sticker right there, looks cool. Looking at the passenger door, everything looks good there. And then, must have had a little surface rust right here. They put some coating on that to protect that. Nissan. And here is the right fender. So just, you know, little nicks and scratches, so on and so forth. So one thing I will do though, because I probably won't be able to do it when I get it up on the lift, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the doors. Go ahead and show you underneath edges and stuff. No rust, pretty amazing. I'll flip around to the other side. Here is your driver's side door. Pretty awesome, huh? Look at that. Wow. That's cool. Even in your, down in here, there's just no rust on this truck. Obviously, California saved it. So here's the company. And it's cool that they actually got a date on it. Come on here, focus. There we go. Isn't that cool? Has a serial number and date and everything. And then there's the VIN tag. All right, we'll go ahead and show you the interior. I'm gonna turn my light on. Here is the door panel. I love this pattern, super cool. And then, you know, you have some wear here a little bit from, you know, just your hand going by there and rubbing on that. So there's some wear on there for the manual windows and little fingernail marks and stuff. The plastic's getting pretty old there. But overall, I mean, the door panel's pretty good shape, considering the age of the vehicle. 157,000 miles on it, FYI. So I'll go ahead and show you the door opening and threshold here. Got the carpets there in really good shape. The little plastic, little vinyl pieces here are kind of deteriorating a little bit. The knob for the hood is broke off. I got it in the glove box. I may try to epoxy it back on. Anyway, here is your footwell. And then I will show you the driver's seat. A little bit of wrinkling on the headrest. It looks like maybe this thing was folded forward or folded somehow. Something set on there and kind of indented that. Would probably clean up a little bit and maybe soften up in the sun a little bit, but that's what we're looking at. So I'll go ahead and do a full pan down of the seat, and you can see some of the material on the bolsters is worn. The hip bolster's in pretty good shape. You know, that velour wears. And then here, you've got a lot of the velour that's worn off. See, there's your velour, and it's kind of worn off here from sliding in and out, but it's not torn up or anything. Original, pretty amazing for the original covers not to have any tears in them. I can't imagine there's many like that. Does have a steering wheel cover on the steering wheel, and I can feel right here that that there's padding missing right here, so that's why they wrapped it, because there's going to be some foam missing right here. So it makes it look good. I mean, it'd be kind of neat to find an original steering wheel maybe and replace it, but these wraps are kind of period correct, and it does the job and functions and looks good. Go ahead and jump in here. All right, squeaky shoes here. Okay, here is the cluster. I'll go ahead and fire it up for you. So just hit the key right here and we'll just bump it over. And that's it. A little bit cold. The carburetor works perfect. The fast idle, it's kind of fast idle. Then when it warms up, it drops down to a steady idle, a little under 1,000. Got kind of a cheap modern radio in it. I don't like that. It works. Material Girl, 1984. Oh my gosh, how funny is that? Anyway, it does work, but I would be looking to, if I was keeping the truck, I'd actually kind of go for an original radio and just run a Bluetooth modulator, because I like original cool stuff. Or you could put a modern, I almost thought about putting a modern Alpine in it, because you can change the displays on them to match whatever color. You can adjust the color. I've done that in a lot of my old vintage cars. I put an Alpine unit in it. And the Alpine, kind of, you harken back to the 80s, so I think it kind of works. Maybe you want Japanese radio in this one, who knows? But anyway, that is here. Got a dash cap on it, plastic dash cap. I'm sure the dash is cracked underneath, so and it's glued on, so we're not pulling that off. But it actually works really well. I mean, it's sometimes dash caps don't match or fit very well, but this one does a really good job. All right, now we're going down here. Cigarette lighter, dome lights. Let me go ahead and turn the lights on here. You can kind of see. It's too light in here to tell what the lights are. Turn back off. Horn works. Factory gauges. Very cool. Those are factory original. And check this out. What you're going to notice here is that this truck has AC and it works. So there's that, and pull out on the switch, and boom, and look, the RPMs just dropped. Okay, compressor off, compressor on. So the AC on this thing actually blows cold with R12. Is that amazing or what? I'll turn that off so you can hear me. Push in on that switch, so it has working factory air conditioning. That's just crazy. Ashtray. Look in the glove box here. I haven't looked at it in a while. Oh, there we go. Got the original manual. A couple of little plastic bags, a few little parts and pieces, but there's the glove box. Turn that back. There she is, just purring like a kitten. See, look at that. I just touched the throttle. Look at that. It just drops down to a perfect idle. And I got almost 20 miles to the gallon on this truck, too. Like 18 to 20, just depending on the wind and everything. Wind makes a big difference in this truck because, it's a small 4-cylinder, 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine. And it does definitely drag a lot of air. But it does go 75 mile an hour down the highway. No problem. And being a 5-speed transmission, it's not even wrapped out. So that 5th gear is like an overdrive. So it's actually very comfortable on the highway. Actually, surprisingly comfortable. I was blown away at how well this thing rides and drives. I'll get into more of that when I get it out on the test drive. There's our 4-wheel drive. It's a real 4-wheel drive truck. We got 2 high, 4 high, neutral, 4 low. And it shifts in and out of 4-wheel drive. It's got manual locking hubs out there. I guess I didn't really show you those, but you probably saw those when we were walking around. So let me go ahead and jump around the other side. These are those hubs I was telling you about. So you gotta get out and lock them. Old school. We're on the right side now. Door panel, similar story, similar wear, similar condition, but overall very good. Carpets are really nice. I'm guessing, I don't know, I'm guessing the carpets are probably been replaced. Would be my guess. I just can't imagine the original carpets being this nice. Got a little mark up there. So you could take a heat gun and some stuff and work on those headrests a little bit. Here is the passenger seat. It's in really good shape. Bolster's pretty nice. Didn't obviously have a whole lot of passengers. Here's the dash again. That's original, the wood trim on the deluxe model pickup. This is all original. Isn't that cool? So, and look, even here our visors. Really nice condition. That's a little added on mirror right there. Show you the other visor. Has all of the labels still legible. Flip it down and that. And so the headliner of this vehicle has been replaced and it looks really nice. It's all been redone. So you can kind of see that. So what I'll do now, so access to the back seat is done mainly from the passenger side, from design. So you flip forward here and then the seat actually slides fast forward. And then here is the carpets. There's your jack over there. They added in cup holders and ashtrays. See, they trimmed this out. See, this is all made. All of this material. So this is kind of interesting now that I think about it. So I wonder, so I bet you this whole seat covers and everything are part of this package, because everything back here, because this would be Bushmaster only, all of this trim and the back seat, obviously, because this never was made. So I'm guessing this is probably Bushmaster spec. I bet there's no other Nissan pickups with that seat covered pattern. I love what they chose. Pop out quarter windows. They all work, obviously. Manual. Little dome light here. And that's, you know, that's added on, made, because this whole roof is all redone. So, and then this seat flips down and forward. I'll probably show you that when I show you from the back, and I'll crawl in there. So one thing back here is there are no seat belts. So if you wanted to make this functional for kids or whatever, you're going to want to do, and you can, you know, buy belts and anchor them in, you know, probably like a lap belt setup or something like that. You'll want to do some engineering and configuring to definitely put some belts in if you're going to haul kids back there, or anybody back there for that sake. All right, little lumbar adjustment for the seat, and seat belts up front, obviously. Shoulder belts are all good. Go ahead and roll this back and slide it back. Adjustments up into the front, just like any other seat. Slide her back. So that is the passenger area. Isn't that cool? This is just, I love this view. All right, let's go ahead and show you the back. This is a little bit sticky here, a little bit tricky on that, but the gas struts do work. Give it a little assistance to get to the final deal. But anyway, it's doing its job. And there is a seal around here, you know, so it's trying to seal up, but you know, you'll see there's a gap there. You know, it's kind of like a Jeep. I mean, Jeeps aren't perfectly sealed up, but it's doing the majority of the job. And then this is from the factory. Look at that, from the conversion, just cut out there and put in a little receiver bar there. But just showing you what we got underneath here. So let's go ahead and drop the tailgate and check it out. Still got the original carpet on the tailgate. That's amazing. Original carpet on the tailgate. And then look inside of here. We haven't detailed or cleaned in here, but obviously what we're looking for is rust. And what we're seeing is a lack of. So check this out. This is really spacious. And whoever restored this truck, I'm guessing, you know, this is something added on, which looks really good. I like it. But look, original carpets on the wheel wells. I like that. And like I said, I think that's been, I'm guessing that's been added. I don't know, maybe that's original. I really couldn't say. But here's another, check out this view of the headliner. They did a really nice job of reconstructing the headliner. Very cool. Good job, whoever did this truck, good job. I'm climbing in the back of it now, and I'll show you how this seat works. These big old window frames, pretty cool. All right, so we got two ways to do this. We can just flip it forward, all right? So you can have hauling space that way. You know, if you need to, you know, and that's basically the same height as the wheel well, so you can slide something in. But this is where it gets really, really cool. Right here, and this is hard to do one-handed, but look, that seat actually flips forward. See, let me back up again so I can show you what we're looking at here. See, look at that. So this basically opens up the entire pickup bed and more. So here is the cool thing. I'm gonna show you something here. Okay, we're no editing. I am 6 foot tall, and there's my feet. I got my head up to the seat, and look. You could throw an air mattress in here. I mean, you could go anywhere with this truck. And you could throw an air mattress in here, and you can camp and sleep in this thing. This is like a rolling tent or camper. Is that cool or what? Man, it just makes me want to take this thing and go up into the mountains somewhere and get lost. Oh, I love this thing. How cool is that? Well, I'm gonna turn the camera off while I moan and groan and get up. All right, I crawled out, so I want to give you a bird's eye view of how much incredible space is in this truck. Is that awesome or what? And this is a Japanese truck, you know? I mean, these are smaller trucks, but what an incredible amount of space. Look at it, it's just a huge cavernous box inside of this thing. All right, I'll close this up and show you under the hood. We are underneath the hood. Show you the original stickers. Even this is all original underneath. Showing you underneath the hood. Let's check out this engine bay. See, look at this engine. This engine is completely rebuilt. Nissan Z, 2.4 liter. Forget, I'll have to look up the specs, 135 horsepower, something like that, I think. Brand new brakes, new motor, new brakes, shocks, tires, drive axles. I guess I'll cover more of that when we get it up in the air. But just kind of showing you under the hood here. There's all our accessories, new alternator. Compressor works, that's amazing. But yeah, so here, I guess we'll go ahead and kind of give you a little walk around tour here. There you go. As you can see that block is all restored. And it looks like maybe the original radiator, which is pretty impressive. Usually these things are all corroded out by now, but that is looking good. All right, let's go ahead and get this dude up on the lift for you. And we'll continue the tour. We are doing the full tour on this guy because trucks underneath is really, and you know, one of the most important aspects. So here we are underneath. And then one thing I noticed here, this has got to be one of the original tires. We have a brand new tire ordered for it, Just haven't had a chance to put it on there. So a brand new all-terrain tire in the same size, which is what was it, 275 or 225, 75, 15, I think. It's hard to even read. This tire is so old. Where is it? It doesn't matter. Anywho, but I ordered the same size, not what's on the truck, because it wouldn't fit, you know what I mean? The way this original tire is designed. So anyway, we'll have a brand new spare tire mounted. There's our original mud flaps. But let's look underneath this truck. Look, 0 rust. This is really amazing. Boy, you gotta give it to California for letting some cars survive. I'm gonna say that's the original tailpipe, which is kind of crazy. It's got a new muffler on it, but if it were me, I would have maybe bent a new tailpipe for it. But nonetheless, I guess the tailpipe was okay. They just welded it together. Okay, like I said, this truck has new brakes all the way around. When I got the truck, the right front shock was a little bit weak. I could feel it bobbing. And so I put on the new KYB gas adjust. I bought the best shocks I could buy for the truck. And the truck rode great before, but these shocks, I could not be happier with the shocks. And you can see in here, and the frame, you know, and the frame looks like it's been kind of touched up a little bit. See kind of in the wheel wells there, which makes it nice and protects it. Here is our differential. Everything is dry, no leaks. Brand new gas tank. Keep moving our way from back to front. Here is the tunnel. Man, this truck too has a lot of clearance. I mean, this truck will do some serious off-roading. Put that sucker in 4-wheel low and go crawling around. And we do have a catalytic converter on here. So they actually put a brand new cat on it, which is nice. So still should be, I mean, this thing could probably go back to California and be just fine. Transfer case. Everything is dry and everything works. Transfer case, I've had it into 4 high, 4 low, 2 high obviously. But here's what we want to see is we want to see the body and the rockers. Look at that. That is incredible. Look at those pinch welds. I mean, amazing. Oh, show you what I drove in here. My 240Z. So it's Datsun day. There is our frame. It's amazing this frame's from 1984 and we got trucks in the 2000s with frames rotting out. Isn't that sad? Drive shaft's all good. Transmission's good, clutch is new. Slave cylinder's been rebuilt and master. You can see the brakes, all new brakes. Calipers have been rebuilt, new pads, new rotors or turned rotors, new drive shafts. You can see that they've been replaced. Drive shafts are new. All the bushings. This truck, and I'll talk about it more when I drive, but this truck absolutely drives way beyond my expectations of something this age. Brake lines are new. There's our gas adjust shocks. Looks like pitman arm is new. Idler link looks good. Got a Rancho damper there. Looks like a teeny bit of seepage from the pan right there, maybe. But nothing, no drips on the ground. There's another idler. Front differential is nice and dry. Backing up here, got a new alternator over here. And this truck drives incredibly well. It's amazing the lack of squeaks and rattles and clunks and so on and so forth. Absolutely nothing what I expected. New hoses. And that valance protected by this massive push bar. It's kept that thing surviving. Looks like we got a little bolt missing there and a little bolt missing there, but doesn't really affect anything. And then here's our steel wheels. These were obviously put on brand new with the tires. And it doesn't vibrate, shake, or anything. There's our condenser. Nice and dry. So I'll kind of give you just a little steady pass now from front to back. Last thing I forgot I wanted to show you guys. I was really curious for myself how they mated the bed to the cab, but look, they actually took a box tube steel and put it between there and then welded this thing up so it is strong. But I was just curious on how they did that, so you're seeing it yourself. So there's your detailed video overview. Let's do the fun part now and jump in and take it for a test drive. Are you ready? Let's go. Well, finally strapped into the Bushmaster. I've had so much fun going over this truck and everything with all the lift and everything. It's gotten dark on us outside. So this test drive is going to be a little bit Miami Vice style. Remember the iconic Crockett and Tubbs driving the Ferrari top down, Phil Collins In the Air Tonight playing? Man, that's just such an iconic scene. But anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and roll out a shift here. And what I'll do though is I may cruise around a little bit downtown where they got some street lights. We'll try this out, see how it works. Hopefully it's not a complete disaster, but you know, you kind of still get to ride along and see what's going on with the truck. So we're gonna open up the door and head out into the dark. We'll see how this goes. Turn the headlights on. At least you can kind of see some of the cool old school lighting. There's just nothing like the lighting of these old 80s cars. Love it. Well, I guess what we'll do here, because I do want to get it up on the highway and show you how it goes down the highway. So I'm going to be relying on a little bit of street lighting. Hey, it's a night test drive. Why not? Here we go. Truck runs great. The only thing, there's just a tiniest exhaust leak. You can hear it a little bit. It hasn't changed in the over 1,000 miles that I put on it. So not sure what it is. Maybe there's a tiny crack in the manifold or something, but it's pretty slight, pretty minor. I wouldn't do anything about it. All right, here we go. Get up on the highway. Transmission shifts wonderfully. It shifts like butter. And you can hear us. I mean, this truck runs good. I mean, it's no powerhouse, don't get me wrong, but it will get up and do what it needs to do. Fifth gear is kind of an overdrive. You know, if you want to accelerate and and you're doing high speed, you probably want to drop it down to fourth. So what's cool here on the interstate here, we do have good lights. So hey, this is kind of working. All right, here's third gear. Go ahead and accelerate. There's fourth gear, and we're doing 55. So we're doing 60 miles right now in fourth gear. And 60 mile an hour speed limit on here. We'll get out of the lane. We're going to just roll for a minute. So like I said, that's 60 miles an hour, fourth gear. Now here we go, fifth gear, which is basically just kind of like a cruising overdrive. And we're doing 60 mile an hour in fifth gear, and we're doing about 2,600 RPM. Isn't that fantastic? So let's go ahead and get it up a little faster here. So I'm going to downshift. Let's go ahead and get it up to about 70. We'll be safe. The faster you go, the less it accelerates, pushing all the air. But it'll do it. It will do it. All right, there's 70. And we're doing about 3,000 RPM at 70. So very doable highway speeds. You could drive this truck anywhere you wanted to. So this is down the highway, and you can look and see here a couple of bumps, but the wheel's not shaking. Truck drives straight. I'm really amazed, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go ahead and take the exit here. You know, just so much restoration's been done on the mechanical side of the truck, and then you got that awesome patina look to it. This is a special rig for sure. And you could be rest assured, you could show up to your local Cars and Coffee, or even Radwood for that matter. You're not going to see another one. Matter of fact, has anybody seen another one of these? If so, let me know. I'd be curious if anybody's ever seen an actual Bushmaster. So, oh, one thing I forgot to tell you, like I said, this truck is an amazing amount of options for 1984, but this truck also does have power steering. You know, which is nice because these are kind of some big tires, and the truck just absolutely still steers wonderful. So look, I'm at a stoplight right now, okay? And look, just two fingers. Look at that. No problem. The power steering works very, very well. The clutch is super nice, smooth engagement. But like I said, the most amazing thing is the lack of rattles, shaking. It's funny. I totally expected this to be a pretty miserable drive home. I mean, it's, you know, just knowing the, you know, the era of this truck. But I was pleasantly surprised at what I mean, I drove it 1,000 miles, and I could have driven it another 1,000 miles. And one funny thing about the truck, though, when we got it, I got it all the way back here, and then it you know, it had an issue. The fuel pumps weren't running, and so and that's one thing also too is my mechanic, the car wizard. I took it to him, and he did repairs on the truck. He put the shocks in, and then there was a couple relays up there by the battery that he replaced. The truck fired back up, and then I got it back and took it to the tire place to get the tire slipped around, and then when they went to start it, it wouldn't start. The fuel pumps quit again, and I actually had to go get it with the trailer. And there's a fuel pump relay in the right kick panel, and so we ordered a brand new fuel pump relay. And what was good is we had it at our shop, and I told my guy, I said, hey, you know, because it was intermittent, and those are the worst things to find sometimes. And I told him, I said, before you plug that fuel pump relay in, I said, try to start the truck. And so went out there, cranked the truck, no fuel pumps, no start, pulled the relay out, put the new relay in, hit the key, boom, fired right off. So it needed the relays under the hood as well, because physically they were deteriorated. The cover on it was is plastic, and it was broken and cracked. So it did need those relays underneath the hood, but the fuel pump relay was actually the problem. And so we nailed that issue, and I've been driving this truck around quite a bit. and without fail. So if some people have reached out to me on this truck. I have one gentleman from Pennsylvania that talked about flying in and driving it back to Pennsylvania, and you know, I'm like, I mean, it's an old vehicle and anything can happen, but I'm like, why not? I mean, the AC works, so, you know, even in the wintertime, that really helps for defrosting your windows because it takes the moisture out of the air. So, so yeah, so why not? I would drive it. It just drives perfect. It just drives great. Well, the lighting is actually not horrible, except for this stupid radio. There, that blue radio kind of kills me. But I don't know, the next owner, if they're going to go original, if they want to put an upgraded radio in it, you know, that's something that's personal taste and everybody's going to change. Most people like modern Bluetooth radios, so I'm not going to change the radio. I'd like to find a rear bumper, but that's just something somebody's going to have to find down the road. There's one out there. If you got one, let me know. And like to have it, but like I said, it's the same bumper on the regular pickup. They all used the same black rolled tube steel bumper. So here we are. We're just cruising down the road in the Bushmaster. It's something just makes me happy about driving vehicles of this era, and especially a truck of this era that drives this freaking nice. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this detailed overview, and thanks for riding along. And if you would like and subscribe, always appreciate that. It helps the channel, and it's just fun for me. And be sure to comment. You know, I always like to hear the comments, and hit that notifications button, because when we upload a new car, you'll be notified. You'll be one of the first to watch our videos, because you never know when we might have your next dream car. So have a great day and happy motoring. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Well, the little night drive worked out good. We got her parked in my little special spot down here at Shift, and it's Datsun day. Threw a tag on the 240Z. The weather's beautiful, so I'm gonna be daily driving this little guy this week. So, love my old school Datsuns, as you can see by the hat.